Patreon!
Yes, we've got a
Patreon.
I ain't afraid of no cross-promotional corporate synergy. Hello interwebs, it's Scott from Admiralty Entertainment, and today we're looking at the Transformers Collaborative Ectotron. Both Ghostbusters and Transformers are no strangers to crossovers in general, and that extends to their respective toy lines. But this is the first time that these two have crossed over with each other. It's appropriate that they do so in 2019, their joint 35th anniversary, with both this toy and the Ghosts of Cybertron comic limited series, which introduces the Ectotron character to fiction. Looking at the packaging, it isn't just tinged with nostalgia, it's full-on smothered in it. But in the best ways possible. The style comes pretty much wholesale from the original G1 packaging, complete with logo, red grid, step-by-step transformation overview, blurb, plates showing name and alt mode, old-school Hasbro logos, awesome artwork of Ectotron, clear window for viewing the toy, and even the white inner tray visible behind that. The modern touches have a Ghostbusters Transformers badge, and, in my favourite touch, slime dripping off the G1 Transformers logo. The sides of the box have a Ghostbusters 35 logo as a modern addition to the G1 style graphics, while the back of the box also goes hardcore G1 with the original 84 battle background graphic, blurb, and a tech spec. Remember tech specs? There are a few alterations, however. There are logos for Ghost Core, GM, Transformers Authentic, and the old school Hasbro logo, along with a pretty big Transformers 35th anniversary logo. Pretty much all the text is reproduced multilingually. The tech spec bio is significantly briefer as a result, and the stats are now strength, intelligence, speed, firepower, ghost trap ability, and no ghostness? Regardless, it's still fun. Included inside are instructions on how to transform Ectotron, done in an appropriate green and black colour scheme. The instructions also contain a teensy bit more biographical information about Ectrononymous Diamatron, in addition to the means of converting him from vehicle to robot mode. Also included is Slimer, the green ghost introduced in the first Ghostbusters film, and then prominently featured in the real Ghostbusters animated series. He's cast in clear green with a hole in his underside for attachment to flight stands and the like. There's no articulation or paint detail, so we probably won't be replacing anyone's existing Slimer's most preferred plastic incarnation, but if you view them as a bonus pack-in, hey, why not? Out of the box, Ectotron's alt mode is, of course, the Ecto-1 as seen in Ghostbusters, and variations thereof in pretty much every Ghostbusters media since then. As a properly licensed vehicle, it's a representation of a Miller Meteor Futura ambulance/hearse combination mounted on a 1959 Cadillac Fleetwood professional chassis. Of course, there's more than a few modifications to turn the base vehicle into the paranormal investigation and elimination machine that is Ecto-1.
Some suspension work, and shocks, and brakes, brake pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rear end, maybe new rings, also mufflers, a little wiring.
And they're well represented here. What isn't represented is any Autobot symbol. While Ghostbusters' livery is naturally obvious, there's no Cybertronian insignia on the vehicle mode, giving away his identity as an extraterrestrial warrior, making him one of the rare robots that is actually in complete disguise. As far as the actual vehicle mode, it looks very nice. While the necessary splits are definitely noticeable through the hood and back door, there's not too much else in the way of panel or seam lines to distract from what is pretty good for a mass market offering. It's definitely recognisable as Ecto-1, there's plenty of nice detail, and there's even unimpeded rolling ability if that's your thing. Over the past few years, the team at Hasbro have got quite good at reskinning existing transformational engineering with remoulded parts to create substantially new toys, utilising the same underlying structure. Ectotron is built off the Combiner Wars Hotspot base, giving Transformation a familiar feel, even if the toy itself really doesn't look like it shares such a lineage. This is undoubtedly a good thing though, as the Combiner Wars era really started the resurgence of clever and effective, without being mind-bogglingly complicated transformations. Transformation to robot mode goes something like this. Not too painful at all. Robot mode has some clear nods to the Ghostbusters lineage, with the Ecto goggles-ish head and the name patch on Ectotron's chest. Weaponry-wise, he has a full-on proton pack and neutrino wand, formed from the vehicle mode roof kibble. The wand can also be holstered on the proton pack, as per the movies, which is very cool. As for use as a weapon, the proton wand itself can be held as per the movies, but generally looks better when held as a gun. Again, as with vehicle mode, there are no Autobot symbols visible. It does make the figure veer a bit close to the Transformers as mecha concept that we got with Star Wars Transformers and Marvel crossovers, rather than him being an Autobot that just happens to transform into a famous movie vehicle, which is my personal preference. However, other than putting an Autobot symbol on the bicep, I love the patch on the Ghostbusters jumpsuits, which would likely end up hard if not impossible to see, there really isn't anywhere that you feel an Autobot symbol could go without looking super awkward. Articulation-wise, Ectotron's head is on a left and right swivel, and you can get some up and down movement if you pop the chest cap slightly. The shoulders have a good degree of movement. There's a bend at the elbow, swivel below the elbow, and a transformational hinge at the wrist. The hips have forward and sideways movement, a twist at the top of the thigh, which on mine is very tight, and knees, which on mine are quite loose. There's more than enough articulation to get some good poses here, though the inability to either draw the proton wand or hold it with both hands is a slight hit against a possible perfect score. This really shouldn't affect your enjoyment much at all. It's certainly an improvement over what there would have been had this been released back in the G1 era. Unfortunately, Ectotron won't really scale with any of your existing Ghostbusters figures in either mode, beyond maybe mini-mates or LEGO minifigures. He'll go fine with pretty much any Transformers Generation branded lines. Looks-wise, he looks convincing, and Hasbro have never been really that worried about the scale anyway. Overall, I think that Ectotron is a fantastic addition to any collection. Ghostbusters, Transformers, crossover toys, whatever. He looks good in both modes, is straightforward to transform, is packaged with maximum effective nostalgia, firing on all cylinders, and adds a new character to multiple franchises if you want to use them. While there are a few aspects that could be improved, a means of securing the ladder in robot mode, movable goggles, better neutrino wand, holding options and so on, none of these are make and break issues. On the basis of what we have here, I would certainly be open to seeing more Transformers Collaborative crossover toys done, beyond Ectotron and the San Diego Comic-Con Ecto 35 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. If there was similar care and attention applied as we've seen here, there is immense potential for any number of great Transformers incorporating other franchises, and I'm very eager to see them. Ectotron is exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, GameStop, and EB Games/Zing, and is overall a heck of a lot of fun. To use the words of another 80s icon,
if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
So those are my thoughts on the Transformers Collaborative Ectotron. What are yours? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll bust you again next time on Admiralty Entertainment.